Hey everybody, happy Sunday, and I am here with Sean, and we are at the Shoe House out here in the York, Pennsylvania area. This house was built in 1948 as a form of advertisement for a shoe company. Personally, I think they thought it would just be kind of cool to live in a house. I know I would think that. So Sean has his adventure gear on, and we're gonna go on an adventure, right? All right, let's go check out a shoe house. Seriously, look at this house. It is designed to look like a giant work boot. Even the windows have stained glass work boots in them. And if I'm not mistaken, this up here is Mr. Haines, the creator of the shoe house, ordained in stained glass on the front door. So we are now here inside a giant shoe. This is awesome. This here is the living room. And I mean, as you can see, it's just like you would find in a house, only shaped maybe a little bit differently. But it has all the amenities. In here is the bedroom. Again, bed, closet, one of the coolest bathrooms I've ever seen. In fact, I'm now extremely tempted to redo my bathroom in this amazing black and like mint green. I really do enjoy this. Look at the tiling in here. This is so cool. And of course, every single window is a stained glass work boot, which is awesome. This is the man giving us the tours. Your name again?
Mike.
Mike gave us an awesome tour of this house. Here's Mr. Haines himself. Again, ordained on the stained glass on the front door. Up the stairs here is the kitchen, which again, one of the coolest things I've seen. I mean, I love this architecture and this style. This custom-made bench to, of course, fit the heel of the shoe here. Look at that. I mean, it's everything you would expect to find in a house, only it's in a giant shoe. Look at this refrigerator. General Electric, so cool. And then upstairs here, this is the chauffeur's room. Tiny little room. He was saying they used to actually turn the bed backwards because obviously if you were sleeping here, you'd clunk your head. In fact, I smashed my head right here like about 10 minutes ago. That was a lot of fun. And you can see inside here, oh, I'm hitting my head again. You can see inside here how the actual house is made. All the architectural like structure of the house. And then watching my head again, not gonna bump my head. And then finally up top here, this was the maid's room. And again, we've got a bathroom with this amazing tile artwork. I gotta look back on this video and redo my bathroom like this. This is the original shoe house mailbox. Yes, even the mailbox for the house was a shoe. That is so cool. And then this was the bedroom. So obviously, as you can see, it's not like super spacious. We are in a shoe after all, but they take every little bit of space and they make it work. I mean, every little section of this house is made into something so you can have your shower, your toilet, and your bathroom, and your maid's room, and your chauffeur's room, and everything you possibly need in this one little house here. And it is in the shape of a shoe. Also, it doesn't seem to be air conditioned, and it's very, very warm in here. I don't know how you do it all day, man.
It is air conditioned.
It is air conditioned?
Right now.
Very, very low air conditioned. So thank you for the tour. This was really, really cool. I mean, I've driven past this place about like 9,000 times, and I've never bothered to stop in. So finally, I was like, I gotta come out here, check it out, and it completely lived up to everything I was expecting.
That's
very awesome.
From most locals, like, we drive by it all the time and never came to it. Or they were still thinking when the previous owners had it, and it was always closed, and just thought it was never open. Yep, we're here always and give tours every day from 11 to 5, except Sunday and Monday. But yeah, come on out and see us.
There you guys go. If you were in the York, Pennsylvania area, you gotta come out to the Haines Shoe House and check this place out. It is so cool. Tours are pretty quick, about 20, 25 minutes.
Yep.
And not a very long tour, which is great. Only $5 to take the tour, so nice and cheap as well. And it's totally worth it. It's $5, extremely well spent. You get to take a tour of a house shaped like a giant shoe. And of course, when you come out to the shoe house, don't forget the ice cream. And of course, I can't forget to pick up a postcard or two, since it's 2 for $1 for myself, and I'm also going to grab a magnet. So not only do we have a shoe house for people, but the family dog had a shoe house as well. In 1949, Countess, the Great Dane, stayed here. She was company to the guests while they stayed at the Haines shoe house. This is pretty awesome, and it does look pretty much exactly like the shoe house as well. And we've even got a puppy dog inside. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah, that's actually a lot of room in there. I was thinking, wow, a Great Dane stayed in this, but no, it goes back pretty far. He could go in there, lie down, probably cool off. Very awesome. Obviously, the Haines took their shoes very, very seriously. Whoa! All right, Sean, what did you think of the shoe house?
I like it.
Awesome. So to continue our York, Pennsylvania area trip, we're gonna check out a Goodwill I have never been to before. Now, the original plan was to hit up apparently the largest thrift store in this county, which is in the next plaza over. But I guess last month they decided they're gonna start closing on Sundays, so they're not open. Hopefully, we'll find some good deals in here. Well, the good news is I found all the movies, and it does appear they have plenty of them. The bad news, I can't seem to find Sean. Duh! Unfortunately, after digging through all of this, the only thing of interest I found was the All-American Rejects live from Oklahoma, and the disc is completely destroyed. But Sean, you found something. How's the disc?
Minty Fresh.
Back in the corner of the store, I found somebody's drink among all these VHS and CDs. Unfortunately, I don't see any CDs, and other than things like the super rare Titanic, which again, I already have, so I am gonna leave for somebody else, I'm not seeing a lot over here. They did have a copy of season 1 of Robot Chicken, but it's missing a disc, and Shelley Duvall bedtime stories, but I already have that. The only thing I'm gonna pick up is a James Woods movie, Cop. I don't have this yet. It looks pretty interesting, and for $1, I'm gonna grab it. Over here in the toy section, I thought this was gonna be a complete bust as well, because honestly, I don't see anything jumping out at me. That was until I turned this corner and saw something truly amazing. 13 Dead End Drive and the Disneyland game. I've never heard of the Disneyland game. 13 Dead End Drive, we all know, is amazing. I am grabbing that, but the Disneyland game, what is that? I have no idea. It does say family fun in the Magic Kingdom, so I'm guessing that is before Walt Disney World was built. It's complete. I'm grabbing them. They're only $1.97 a piece. They also had the Benji game and the Vincent Price Hangman, but those were not complete, so I'm gonna pass on those. But these, both for $2 a piece for the store, that's an amazing deal. Now this is tempting as well. The Snuggles Bear with tags, and I wanna say from 1986, though I'm not sure if that's the actual date this was made or just a copyright date. So I'm a little iffy on picking this up, but it's pretty cool and super cute. And one other thing of possible amazement I have found is a Snossages dog. This is a dog treat container, and I guess at one point it talked, and it actually still might. There are no batteries inside. It's only $2, and it's really, really cool. I'm gonna take the chance. All right, I'm gonna pick up the bear. Well, that could have gone both better, and I guess it was actually somewhat kind of good. I mean, I found some really cool stuff for the store. I'm happy about that. 13 Dead End Drive, a Disneyland game, a Sausages container, I don't know, Snuggle Bear. Okay, those are kind of whatever, but
I found something that's bad.
you did. You're excited about the movie you found, right? And I did find one VHS I wanted to pick up, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, I don't know. Not exactly the best Goodwill I've ever been into, but board game-wise, pretty awesome. So other than board games, the best thing about that Goodwill, it's right next to a Little Caesars. I'm getting a hot and ready. Or is it hot and fresh? I'm getting a pepperoni pizza for $5. All right, my belly is all full, and since I only grabbed that one VHS tape from Goodwill, I decided to quickly stop into a Walmart because thanks to Jordan on Instagram, he informed me about something pretty amazing that I have to stop in here for. So I am here for just one item and one item only. unless I happen to find more stuff I want. And that item is right here in front of me. Lost in Space, the complete series. And you're not reading that wrong. There is a point there. $19.96. $20 for the complete series of Lost in Space. And since I only own, like, Season 2, Volume 1 or something random like that, for $20, I'm gonna pick this up. While we're here, for those of you who do not know, they have re-released some really good Cartoon Network seasons. Now, only Season 1's thus far, but Courage the Cowardly Dog, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, lots of stuff that's been out of print for a good long while. Now, again, like I said, only Season 1's, but my assumption is if these sell, they'll release more seasons, and when it comes to Foster's, I want as many seasons as we can get. So, like I said, I only came here for one thing and one thing only, but of course I found something else I want to grab. The Walking Tall trilogy. Now I have the Rock / Kevin Sorbo trilogy, but I don't have the original. So for only $9.96, I'm gonna pick this up too. Okay, finally back home. Oh my gosh, what a weekend this has been. With Blobfest on Friday and Saturday, and then going out with the family today, I've pretty much not sat down all weekend long. Well, now I'm going to relax, and I'm going to check out All Things Must Pass, the Tower Records documentary that the guy I bought this off of very, very, very highly recommended. So I have no doubt this is going to be a great movie, but also probably a little sad. Okay, I am losing my voice because of this weekend, so let's make this quick. I just finished up watching All Things Must Pass. Again, a documentary all about Tower Records. And it was amazing. Very, very well done documentary. I personally prefer my documentaries to be very thorough. I don't want to be left wanting to know more at the end. I want to know everything there was to know, and they do cover that in this documentary. From the very beginnings of how Tower Records even got into selling records in the first place to their kind of fall at the end. I, for one, used to shop at Tower Records. There was one right down the street from where I used to work, and I would pop in there maybe once a week to see what they had, possibly even buy something from them. Granted, their pricing was a bit higher than the competition, which they do actually talk about in this documentary, how places like Best Buy and Target and Walmart were also selling CDs and DVDs, and they really couldn't compete with the pricing. They do talk about that, and I do remember that. I wouldn't buy very much from Tower because the pricing was just too high, but occasionally they would have a sale, Black Friday. They would just be something that was priced at a point where I was happy with. So I would shop there occasionally. There used to be a Ticketmaster inside my local Tower Records, so when I wanted to go to a concert, I would go there and pick up my my ticket, and then of course I would shop around a little bit because I was already in the store. So yeah, I used to go there quite a bit back in the day before, unfortunately, they went out of business. It was, I think 2006 or so, 2005 or whatever, they went out of business. And that was at a point where I was at that point collecting movies. I do remember them going under, and a lot of other stores at the same time starting to go under. It was at the time when excuse me, again, losing my voice. It was at that time when a lot of chain stores were starting to go under. A lot of stores I used to shop at were no longer in existence. So yeah, very sad story, especially towards the end when, they're climbing and climbing and climbing, and then all of a sudden they hit this plateau and they're not really going anywhere, and they've invested all this money into more stores, and it's not looking good. They owe a lot of money. Had they kept climbing, they would have been fine because they could have paid everybody off and everything would have been good, I guess, for the most part. But no, they plateaued, and they owed a lot of people money, and all these people came in to help them fix their store, because when you owe companies money, when you owe banks and investors money, they want to bring people in to fix your store, make it better. And I would say pretty much 100 times out of 100, that always goes horribly, horribly wrong. I don't think I've ever heard of a story about, oh, we're going to bring people in and we're going to make your store better. It's always, oh, we're going to bring people in to make your store better. better, and it crumbles after that. I used to work for a store, FAO Shores. They did that. They brought in people who were in charge of another company that failed. I'm like, well, they didn't do a very good job there. Why are you bringing them in now? And no, sure enough, FAO Shores was out of business. So, yeah, very sad at the end when they started to, they weren't really going anywhere at one point, and they brought people in who like destroy the company, firing all these people who had been there for like 30 plus years and taking the heart and soul out of Tower Records and basically killing it. So yeah, it's a great, very well done documentary that leads to kind of a sad ending, but supposedly they're still doing rather strong over in Japan, which is cool. I think they have like 80 something stores over there. So at least at the time of this documentary anyway, they did. So yeah, over in Japan, Tower Records still going strong. Here in the US, gone. So I would highly recommend All Things Must Pass, the Tower Records documentary. Even if you're not like super into collecting, it's still a great documentary to watch. But if you are somebody who collects music, collects movies, which I'm assuming if you're watching this, there's a good chance you probably do that. You're really gonna want to check this out. Even if you've never shopped at a Tower Records, you're going to want to check this out. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. I'll say that. So I loved it. I will be watching this one again and again. I guarantee you in a year from now, I'm going to want to pop this back in and give it a rewatch. So yeah, again, All Things Must Pass, the Tower Records documentary. This is one you're not going to want to miss. Did that review make any sense? I hope so, because it is late. Once again, my voice, I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to go away. I've been just screaming and yelling and talking over loud music and having so much fun this weekend that I am starting to shut down now, guys. So I'm gonna go to bed and probably not wake up until like 3 p.m. tomorrow. It's just I need to get caught up on this craziness that was this weekend. So thank you guys for coming with me this weekend. For those of you who watched the Blobfest videos and then going out with my family today, I appreciate it. But yeah, again, I need my rest, so I'm off to bed. So as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also hit that subscribe button if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day. If you would like to receive my videos a day early, head over to Patreon. There's links down below. You can get my videos a day early. Also check down below for links to Spreadshirt, where you can get yourself all kinds of cool Cinema Sickness gear. And most importantly, head over to the Cinema Sickness Retro Store, where you can pick up all kinds of awesome media and retro toys and movie memorabilia and collectibles, cool things like that. Proceeds from the store are the most important for the show. They already keep the show going. So again, guys, that is it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. I'm off to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, possibly, maybe well rested. Probably not. Anyway, see you guys then. Bye.
Guys, I just hit my head.
Yeah, thanks.
That's crazy.
Oh,
It's very
it's very like